Hello, everybody. My name is Spencer Spin here, and you probably. Anyways, I thought I wanted to do something very special today. Well, something I thought I wanted to do for a real long time. Well, kind of long enough since I joined the Brony fandom, even though I was a Brony for like somewhere around when MLP season 1 or 2 premiered. Anyways, we're going to be doing something that I think I'm pretty sure that every brony that's either from G4 or G5 would agree would definitely try to do and mostly do. That is ranking MLP characters from both G4 and G5 in a tier list. So I thought I wanted to do that and see um to see which characters I would rank on the tier list. And just to be clear, each of these characters that I rank on this tier list is my opinion, and of course I'm gonna go by them. I'm gonna go by of what their ranks are. Anyways, let's go ahead and show them and go ahead and show you what I'm talking about. So as you can tell, I have each of different ranks right here. As you can see, I got best pony, hero, 20% cool, average, not cool, evil, and despicable. So basically, if I put characters that I'm pretty sure some who have interested in liking and didn't like, they would be in despicable. But those who are like villains who are pure evil and did very despicable things, but those who are evil and something like that, they would stay in the evil side. Not cool, ponies that did something very uncool, whatever. Even if they redeem themselves, they would just be on the in the not cool list. Average, they're gonna be. It's like the gray area, if you know what I mean. 20% cool is basically the ponies who did something good in their lives. Hero is basically ponies who did heroic stuff. And best pony is basically the ponies that I think they are the best pony. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get this started. So let's go ahead and start with the obvious. Let's see. We're gonna start with Sombra. Because of the way I'm gonna go ahead and put him in despicable. He literally, um, he used his own. He was pretty despicable. He enslaved the Crystal Empire. He like really despicable at heart. Even though like we go by the comics when he was in an alternate universe where he's a good man, a good stallion. Still, when you look at the canon show and the show specifically, he is pretty despicable. Like he even goes out of his way just to not only you know try to put Discord into harm, like literally trying to kill Discord. But everybody knows that Discord literally can survive a blast from King Sombra. But still, Sombra is also pretty mostly despicable for destroying the elements of harmony, even though the magic within them survived. But the elements, their physical bodies, which are the crystals themselves, they're destroyed, including the tree of harmony. Even though, like again, it was rebuilt and it was reborn thanks to the Student Six. But still, I put Sombra at despicable. Okay, let's start with Spike. I'm gonna put him in the hero. Spike is a hero. Despite everybody says he is the hero. He literally, there are times where he did some stuff where but like, I mean, sometimes they were involved with jealousy and stuff like that. But there are some times he had a hero complex. Um, he backed up Rarity when they were fighting Chrysalis. He saved the Crystal Empire from obviously in two occasions. One, first of all, saving them from Sombra. Two is when I don't know in season 4 in the friendship games, he literally stopped a frozen ice literally falling into the stadium, and he used his own fire breath to turn the ice into rain. So yeah, you can say that he has a somewhat of a hero complex, and also he was known to make Ember to become Dragon Lord. So that shows you some of the stuff right there. Okay, so next up we have, yeah, let's start with Chancellor Naysay. I'm gonna put him in not cool. As much as he has a redeemable arc, he is basically uncool in my list. Despite of him having a redemption and just, getting the princesses involved to stop Cozy Glow, he still, won't redeem the fact that he is basically very hateful to the other students, and he to the other students at the friendship school. He only thinks that friendship only belongs with ponies and stuff like that. He is very rude in general, and he nearly broke Twilight Sparkle. Like, seriously, like, I understand this isn't like the friendship school needs to go by the EEA rules, but like Starlight said, it's not an EEA school; it's a friendship school made by Twilight Sparkle. So yeah, that's why I put him in the no cool tier list. Next up, let's see. We're gonna put Diamond Tiara, average. She is a average pony. She does have a redemption that is way better than Naysay's, mainly because she was forced to grow up as a bully by her own mother, Spoiled Milk. She was raised to become a bully, bullying the Cutie Mark Crusaders. Literally, just doesn't even give a flying doesn't give a flying fuck on who she tortures and stuff like that. So that's why she is. But you say yeah, but and then again, she's like, oh, by the time in season 5, you can see the side of her. Like she was being like pressured by her own mother, so you could see that, and you could tell that she doesn't want to be a bully. And after the way she was been acted, she realized what she did was horrible, and she even admits it by the time when she finished scolding her mother and wanting to rebuild the playground. So that is why she deserves to be in an average, because she has a much more redeemable arc, and she was there when the Cutie Mark Crusaders were about to be split up by Scootaloo's parents. So I'm going to put her at the average tier because she has a much more better redemption than Naysay's. Alright, next up we have Zip Storm. Zip Storm is a pretty nice character. I'm going to put her at the 20% cool. I know some of you guys may hate on me, but hear me out. There are times Zip Storm does push some boundaries for me. And I say this because there are times where she doesn't know when to stop being a detective so much. Like if you see in the chapter 5, Make Your Mark, she literally, which is full spoilers by the way for those who haven't watched Make Your Mark, in chapter 5, she literally won't back down on never to stop getting, interrogating Misty when it comes to, like the key to the door or about Opaline and stuff like that. I understand that she's doing her job, but even Sunny herself said that her detective skills may be way over the edge. But I only put her 20% cool because, again, she was there when she was there with Sunny. She was there to reunite the pony tribes. She was there to tell Sunny about that the Unity crystals were weakening because of the pony fights, and she's also there to help Misty to become the pony that we all know and love, to be part of this newer version of the Generation 6. Oh, Generation 6. I mean, main 6 of Generation 5. So yeah, she deserves into 20% cool. Next up is Limestone Pie. I'm just gonna go ahead and put her in the not cool list. I know people are gonna hate me on this, but this is, again, I don't really like how Limestone Pie is, kind of been bossy, especially to her own sister. I mean, I get that she tries to run the farm, but I don't know. You know what? I changed my mind. I'm gonna put her in the average because, despite her just owning the rock farm, she's always there for Pinkie Pie. She's there when she felt like she let Maud down, and she even was there to help Pinkie, kind of help Pinkie when it comes to finding the best gift for Twilight. So yeah, I decided to put her in the average tier. All right, next up is my waifu, Rainbow Dash. I'm gonna put her at the best pony. I know people say I only did this because of favoritism, but I would say kinda, but not really. The reason why I put her there because she's hands down or hooves down the best pony. She's literally um always there. I mean, despite her bragging and being, just saying, "Oh, I'm cool" and all, she's literally more than just a hero. She not only she saves Scootaloo like countless times, but she's also there to back up her friends, and she even passed the ultimate test of being loyal, choosing to be with her friends than just a weather than a stunt team that Nightmare Moon tricked her into. Which honestly, that is some best loyalty because without Rainbow Dash, then I don't think we would have the element of loyalty that we all know and love. And plus, I wouldn't have the best pony waifu that I know and love. So that's why I put her up there. Next up is Alphabettle. I'm gonna put him in the average tier. Alphabettle may seem to be like also this gamer type pony, competitive, just like Rainbow Dash, but I mean he does have some characteristics. It also shows in Make Your Mark why he was like that because, he was trying to keep his mood up and showing why he was also a bit grumpy um, because the fact that he lost his daughter Misty, just you can see how much you can feel. It just makes you feel like you feel sorry for Alphabettle because he went through so much trying to find his daughter, and he just literally he felt like so alone, and he thought that he lost his daughter, but he was able to reunite with her in chapter 5, so we're able to see that moment. It also gives us proof that yeah, um Misty Bright Dawn lives in Bridalwood. Okay, next up is Tierek. I'm gonna say Despicable. He betrayed his own brother. He refused to join his brother into being good. He literally wants to drain all the pony magic. He even made Cozy Glow to become a villain. Um, he would eventually become part of the Legion of Doom. He literally was just a overall horrible villain. He was just an overall horrible creature who literally just only cares about himself. Basically, which I'm pretty sure that's what every villain is. Basically, they only care about themselves. Next up is Storm King. I'm gonna put him in the evil tier. He is pretty evil, but he doesn't deserve to be in the right of Despicable, mainly because we haven't seen him in his full potential yet. We already know that he did some messed up things with the hippogriffs, but we haven't seen that in action. I know there were comics about it, like that show some of the hidden story about it, but I mean, I haven't read it, but still, he deserves to be in the evil tier list, mainly because he enslaved the ponies, and not only mentioned that he took over Canterlot and literally took the power from the Alicorn princesses, Celestia, Cadence, and Luna, and then Twilight, just so he can literally control the sun, the moon, and just overall magic in general. Next up, Discord. I'm gonna say average. Just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm gonna put him in 20% cool, along with Zipstorm. Despite of him just betraying twice when it comes to first of all betraying once when it comes to teaming up with Tierek and stealing all the magic, and then second time when he pretends to be Grogar, still has some sort of hero complex. He was there to help Starlight to stop the changelings. Um, he was also kind of there to make Big Mac happy when he thought he was breaking up with his girlfriend and stuff like that. So yeah, I'm kind of glad that we get to see this side of Discord, who's just slowly becoming a better version of himself. So that's really kind of cool to see. Next up, Sunset Shimmer. I'm going to put her in the hero list, in the hero tier. She is an absolute hero. She literally sacrifices her own memories to save the human version of the main six, literally saving her human versions of the ponies, literally saving them. That was literally like a courageous act that she did. Literally putting her friends first before herself. Literally just risking her own life just to protect her friends. That just shows how much of a heroic complex she has. And she even stopped Nightmare Twilight, Midnight Sparkle from taking over Twilight's body completely. This shows how much of a side of Twilight that we all know and love. Okay, next up we have Princess Luna. I'm gonna put her in the 20% cool. I understand that she's a really good princess. She was such a badass when it came to season 9 when she was like taking down the Everfree Forest as well along with Star Swirl. But and I understand that she became Nightmare Moon, but can you blame her? She only wanted to. She felt like her night was being unappreciated, and by the time when she heard about a holiday that was named after her, Nightmare Night, she thought, well, finally, I get my own holiday. But when she realizes, okay, you know what, this holiday is meant to make fun of me. You know what, I don't want holidays in my night anymore. I'm canceling Nightmare Night. But when she realizes that it was that just taking it away, the one holiday that was in the night where every pony celebrates and they stay awake, it also meant that she felt like she just lost the one night that every pony stayed awake just for this one holiday. So, and plus she realizes she wasn't adapting to, like, how Nightmare Night works. So she decided to go ahead and you know bring back Nightmare Night again. And not to mention, we did see her to kind of prank Rainbow Dash with her own thundercloud and stuff. So that was pretty fun to see. To see that Nightmare that Luna had a humor side, if you know. All right, next up, Sunny Starscow. I'm gonna put her in the best tier. I love the fact that Vanessa Hudgens and Jenna Warren brought Sunny Starscow in a whole new level. First, Vanessa Hudgens from bringing this character to a whole new level in the New Generation film, but with Jenna Warren, just completely put the icing on the cake. It was just amazing. Shifts out, like, literally just awesome, and I can't wait to see how her character moves forward in season 2 of Tell Your Tale. So yeah. All right, next up we have let's see. Next up we have Spitfire. I'm gonna put her in the 20% cool. I know she's a wonderful captain. She's but she does have some flaws when it comes to, like, safety and stuff, and her loyalty that lies in. But she's honestly pretty cool, if you can say it at least. She was there in the final battle with the Legion of Doom just to help the main six to stop the Legion of Doom from taking over Equestria. She was there, and of course, she even decides to let Rainbow Dash to control their show for Twilight's coronation to become the ruler of Equestria. So yeah, that was just really humble of her. All right, next up is Rarity. I'm gonna put her in the hero tier. I know some people like, really, you're gonna put her in the hero tier? Why not the 20% cool or the average tier? I only put her in the hero tier because, well, one, she literally went out of her way to cut her own tail off just to make that one monster, that one sea monster, to feel happy for himself that he had his mustache regrown, even though it was part of Rarity's tail. Even Rarity said, "Oh, don't worry, it'll grow back." And she is also there to literally tell Coco Pamel to, like, if she would rather stay with her boss or just, be her own and, still be friends with Rarity and the others. And sure enough, we were right. And sure enough, everybody was right. Coco Pamel's rather, leave her boss and be with Rarity and her friends, even though not like physically, but like, be part of their friendship group, but instead of just, staying with her boss. So that's why I count her as the hero tier. Alright, next up is Applejack. I'm gonna also put her in the hero tier. We all know that Applejack's a hero. She literally saved her sister from the Chimera. She saved Twilight from nearly falling off a cliff. She even saved Spike from falling from the hot air balloon. So you can tell that Applejack has a hero complex. And no, I am not shipping Apple Spike together. I'm sorry for you Apple Spike shippers, but I'm not shipping those two. Alright, next up is Derpy. I'm gonna put her in the 20% cool. Mainly because she's Derpy. You can't argue that she's the cutest pony of all. And she's probably the coolest too. That earns her the right to be on the 20% cool list. Alright, next up, Starlight Glimmer. I'm gonna put her in the 20% cool. I understand that she has in the 20% cool. She does have a redemption after being a villain for trying to steal a cutie marks and ruining the future when it comes to stopping Philly Rainbow Dash from performing the Sonic Rainbow, but you can tell that she also does some hero deeds like helping Sunset from stopping Juniper from trapping all of their friends in the mirror. She even stopped Chrysalis not once, but twice. So, you know what? I changed my mind. I'm gonna put her from the 20% cool to hero list. Because of because of what I said earlier. Alright, next up is, let's see. Next up is Pip Petals. I'm gonna put her in the 20% cool. She, along with her sister, I know she came out, mixed when it came to not liking the fact that she wants the pony kind to be reunited, but when she realizes that, being separate isn't really cool at all, and thinking that maybe the pony tribe should be together, she was instant. And she even agrees with some stuff with Izzy, and that's what made her and Izzy to become close friends, if you know. And they would still stay as close friends throughout, from New Generation to Make Your Mark and Tell Your Tale. And we can see that, and showing that how, just like Rarity, she has a bit of generosity within her too. So I'm really glad that we were able to see her. And I think AJ Bridal made Pip Petals very much likable. Alright, next up is Skidaloo. We're going to go ahead and put her in the 20% cool. She is actually, yeah, I'm going to stick her in 20% cool. She is a really nice pony. She, along with Sweetie Belle, defended Apple Bloom from Diamond Tiara and Silver Spoon from picking on Apple Bloom a lot, so I can tell that, she deserves in the 20% cool. Alright, next up is Pinkie Pie. She deserves to be in the 20% cool. She is awesome. She makes really cool parties. She is the element of laughter. She will always bring us a smile into every pony's faces, even if it means finding a way to cheer you up when you're having a bad day. Because that's Pinkie Pie. She will find a way to make you happy. All right, next up is Hitch Trailblazer. I'm gonna put him in the hero list, in the hero tier. He literally stopped his own friend, his old deputy, Sprout, from literally trying to stop Sprout from destroying that lighthouse. But you can tell that he also saved them. But he does have some hero. But he does his best when it comes to a hero complex, literally buying time, as well as he I think he saved the Pipsqueaks from numerous times as well. Um, there were times where he also saved. There are also times where man, I'm thinking of something else. I know for a fact that he also tried his best to to protect most of Maritime Bay from Opaline when she was out there trying to get rid of all the cutie marks as well as the Dragonfire. So I guess you can say that it's his job as a sheriff. But you know what? Sometimes even a smallest character can have a hero complex. Simple as that. Like I don't know. I'm just gonna leave my valid suggestions just the way they are. Next up is our good our first ever animal talking pony. Let's see. I'm gonna put her in the best pony. She literally, despite of her just literally giving Pony second chances, she sees the better in Pony. She literally saw what's in Discord and literally thought, you know what? He deserves a chance to be reformed. Even though he tricked her, she would later find out that what she was saying to Discord was true, and then Discord's like, wow, you know what? You're right. Well played. And realizes that he would rather use his powers to for good instead of evil, and became reformed. She will always find a way to make things better, and she would later grow her confidence from being shy to like fully confident. But but it's good to see her just to grow from a shy character to like a really cool, awesome character who's very confident throughout the time. All right, next up is our Pinky Wannabe. Get it, Pinky Wannabe? I'm gonna put her in the 20% cool. She literally is the best. Um she literally was the first friend that Sunny saw who isn't an Earth Pony. She literally she was there who also helped Sunny to stop Opaline and of course as well stopping Alora. Um just overall a really cool friend in general. That's why she deserves to be in the 20% cool. In the 20% cool. Next up is Tempest. I'm gonna put her in the average tier. Despite her being having a really good redemption, it doesn't change the fact that she's literally wanting to go out of her way just to hunt Twy from literally getting her horn back, but she literally knows a general fact that she will never get her horn back because, like, I think the damage was unrepairable. So, and you can tell that she literally was very cold when it comes to to her crew, I guess, and especially to her prisoners. And that's just a general fact. Next up is Chrysalis. I'm gonna put her in Despicable. She was very despicable. She literally fooled every pony in the wedding. She even didn't give the changelings a chance to be themselves until Starlight freed them. And then instead of accepting Starlight's friendship, she literally like, nah, screw you, and just literally backslaps her and just be like, yeah, I'm gonna get revenge on you. I hope you just made the biggest mistake of your life, and I'm gonna get my revenge on you, and won't rest until you are beaten to the ground. And she just flew off. So yeah, this shows how much of how much of a d-bag Chrysalis is. All right, next up is Cozy Glow. I'm gonna put her in evil, mainly because she's really evil at heart. She's literally um she's not as she doesn't earn her way to being despicable as T-Rex and Chrysalis, but she deserves to be in the evil tier mainly because she literally fooled every pony from when it comes to when it comes down to being a villain. She literally she was trying to steal all the magic. She was trying her best, trying to be all innocent and stuff, but we all know that she isn't innocent. So we can tell that she wasn't innocent at all. So simple as that. Next up is Wallflower Blush. I'm gonna put her in the not cool. Despite her just having a tragic story where she was just being a nobody to everybody, she's just she literally went out of her way just to find a memory stone and literally erasing memories from people. Literally erasing memories. Her first well-known victim is literally Sunset, and she was like, "You know what? I want to make everybody forget who you were, and they see you as a bully." So literally, just use a memory stone and not say Thanos snapped, but literally Thanos, kind of like Thanos snapped the memories out of like everybody she was close to, making them think that she was the bully. And sure enough, and then she later she just and of course she had to get her redemption by becoming friends with Sunset. So yeah, that just earned her the spot of literally being in the not cool tier. Speaking of somebody who's not in the cool tier, I'm gonna put Sprout in the not cool tier either as well because he's the reason that he literally he's not very cool. Let's be honest. He was a POS. He literally went out of his way to wanting to bring fear into ponies along with his mother, thinking that Pegasus and unicorns are not to be trusted, and literally starts going overall just being pretty much being a d-bag to everybody, a d-bag to the Pegasi and unicorns, and literally build a freaking robot truck to literally destroy the lighthouse. That shows how much of how much he deserves to be in the not cool tier. All right, next up is Zephyr. I'm gonna put him in the not cool tier. He is pretty not cool. He's just he wouldn't leave Rainbow Dash alone, even though she told him countless times that she wasn't interested in him, even though she would accept him as a friend, but not like in a romantic way. But Zephyr just keeps pushing it, just keeps on pushing it. Literally keeps on pushing it. So that's why he deserves on a not cool tier. Next up is Gilda. Let's put her in the average. She literally we all liked her when she starts changing from in season 5, but we won't forgive her for what she did in season 1, especially to Pinky and Fluttershy. That's just a whole new level of messed up. So I think the way how she redeemed herself into season 5, I think that earned her the place in the average tier. Next up is Celestia. Oh man, I am gonna feel. Oh man. I'm gonna be nice. I'm gonna put her in the 20% cool, along with her sister. She literally, despite her literally rejecting Opaline and just rejecting Opaline, she literally has a lot of hero complexes. Mainly because one, she stopped Discord when he was evil. Two, she literally had no choice but to banish her own sister into the moon, and literally saved the ponies from Chrysalis once, and literally told Cadence and Luna to transfer some of their magic into Twilight. And then, of course, later down in season 9, she literally, along with Luna, helped Stars World to literally keep the forest at bay. Literally. That just shows how much of a badass she is. All right, next up is Daring Do. I'm gonna put her in the I'm gonna put her in the hero tier, mainly because she was of course she's a hero. She literally saved RD multiple times. She saved some people. She saved so many treasures, even though she thought she was saving them, but she was literally taking them from Alizodal. Um, and she's always out there just to save the day, literally. And she saved both RD and Quibble Pants from Caballeron. That shows how much of a hero complex she has. Next up is Flim and Flam. I'm gonna put them in the average. I know they have a redeeming arc when they came in the final battle to stop the Legion of Doom. We wouldn't forgive them because of the way how they acted and just scamming everybody just so they can get what they wanted. Like, first of all, in season 2, they were trying to buy Sweet Apple Lake, trying to buy the apple farm from AJ, and just literally, and Granny Smith as well, because it's also her farm. Literally fooling every pony, trying to get all the money when they were selling the the tonic. They fooled every pony when they were using the Friendship University. And they fooled every pony again in the best gift in the Christmas special. When they were scamming for the best gift in the Rainbow Falls. So that earns them the spot to be in the average. All right, next up is Mayor. The mayor. I'm gonna put her in the average tier. Um, I know that's just a little low, but I mean, I don't see any like special characteristics of the mayor, despite of being herself and just being a nice pony in general. I think that she deserves enough in the average tier, mainly because I mean she's just nice overall. There's nothing like really special about her. Next up is Cadence. I'm gonna put her in the heroic tier. She literally, she along with Spike saved the Crystal Empire. They, um, herself, Luna, and Celeste gave all their magic to Twy. And of course they literally went out of their way to. She literally went out of her way to help Twy when it comes to the final battle with the Legion of Doom. So that earns her the spot to be in the hero tier. Next up is Twilight herself. I'm gonna put her in the best pony. She overall is the main character. She's the best pony. She literally, you know, she stopped villains all the time. She's always there to fix friendships all the time. She's a really good friend. Even though some of her friendship quests doesn't always, her friendship methods don't always work out the way they were, but you know, when her heart is in the right place, she always fixes things and always saves the day. So you can tell that Twilight's just in the best pony tier. That's why. Next up is Cheerly. I don't know if I have any characteristics. I'm just gonna put her in the 20% cool, mainly because she along with the other ponies mainly because she was just all I can say is she's just a nice teacher overall, just simple as that. Next up is Apple Bloom. I'm gonna put her in the 20% cool. Pretty nice in general, just nothing special about that. Just herself along with Scootaloo created the Cutie Mark Crusaders. They changed a lot of ponies' lives when about their cutie marks. So pretty good, solid evidence right there. Next up is Lightning Dust. I'm gonna put her in the average tier. She in the average tier. You know what? I'm gonna bunk it down and just go with the not cool tier. She literally puts every pony in danger. She doesn't care about safety. Her reckless actions cause so many ponies to be in danger. She nearly caused most of the main six to plummet to their deaths when she created that tornado in the academy. She literally tied Scootaloo to a freaking scooter rocket and literally launched her into the sky. Literally doesn't even care. about safety. That just shows like you don't need to work with some pony who doesn't know any, who doesn't like respect the safety rules. Plain and simple. Next up is Queen Novo. I'm just gonna put her in the average tier. She literally I know she has a redeeming arc when it comes to the final battle with the Legion of Doom in season 9. She literally she wasn't planning on helping the ponies when it came to Storm King. She would rather stay hidden below in the Mount Eris instead of helping them out when it comes to taking Equestria back from Storm King. Literally, doesn't even care. Even though you can say that was Twilight's fault when she was trying to steal the pearl, but when you look before Twilight was stealing the pearl, she still doesn't want to help the ponies when it comes to saving Equestria. Literally, doesn't even care, even though she feels very sorry for them. Alright, next up is Sweetie Belle, last of the Cutie Mark Crusaders. 20% cool, mainly because, again, along with Scootaloo and Apple Bloom, they changed a lot of ponies' lives. They deserve to be in the 20% cool. Alright, next up is Songbird Serenade. I know she's a best singer and everything, and she just always keeps the hope up. I'm just gonna put her in the 20% cool, mainly because she keeps bringing hope up to most ponies, even when it comes to singing the song. As for Rara, I mean, I know she literally looked out to be bad, but we know that she's good, and she was good in the end, so I'm gonna put her in the 20% cool, mainly because she's still AJ's friend through and through. Alright, next up is Big Macintosh. I'm gonna put him in the 20% cool. Mainly because he's he's always there for Apple Bloom. He's always there, being a better brother. He's always there just to, steer AJ in the right path. He's just a really good brother in general. Alright, next up is Shining Armor. I'm gonna put him in the hero tier along with Cadence. He also has a hero complex. He literally risked his own horn just to save his sister and her friend's life, literally from Sombra's attack, and literally risk his own horn. That is really good. A really good brotherly protection right there, if you would say. Literally risking his own life just to protect his sister. That is pretty awesome. Next up is Star Swirl. He kind of has the vibe of Dumbledore from Harry Potter, so I'm gonna put him in the hero tier. He literally, mainly because even though we see some of his heroic acts, we did see him being a hero when he saved most of Ponyville from the Everfree forest. He literally stand up against his own, literally held his own against T-Rex along with the pillars. Because I know I'm pretty sure every pony knows that he was the one who literally met Scorpion in that flashback sequence when Celestia said, "When a young unicorn wizard," which looks resemblant to Star Swirl, and it just shows that Star Swirl was indeed the pony who met Scorpion, and I think he knows who T-Rex is because he met Scorpion, so I'm pretty sure he already knows who T-Rex is. So it shows that he can literally hold up against his own. He literally He can literally hold against T-Rex again on his own, a bit of on his own, with the help of the pillars. So, yeah. Next up is Ember. I'm gonna put her in the 20% cool. She wasn't like her father. She wasn't like Garble. She was just one of the first type of dragons who willingly to accept friendship. Just pretty nice in general. The best dragon lord ever. Next up is Skystar. I'm gonna put her in the 20% cool. She is the first to willingly to accept the pony's friendship and literally goes out of her way to not only get grounded, but just to help out her friends to take back Equestria. So yeah, you can tell that she also has some coolness in her. Next up is Flurry Heart. I'm gonna put her in the 20% cool. She's literally the best. She was the first alicorn to be born. And it's really nice to see her that way. She's the best, literally. Next up is Silverstream. I'm gonna put her in the best pony. I don't know. Something about Silverstream just makes me feel like something tells me about Silverstream just makes me feel like that she's probably the best pony. I don't know. Could be, maybe. I don't know. But I think the way that we see her dream of wanting to be a Wonderbolt just makes me feel like wanted me to put her in the best pony, but I don't know. Maybe her friendship and her passion for her friends is just what made me put her in the best pony tier. Next up is Vinyl Scratch, DJ Pone. I know we haven't seen much of her. We only see her a bit, but when we come to buy Equestria Girls, she was the best pony. I'm just gonna put her in the heroic tier. She is pretty much there. She was the only pony who hasn't been under the influence of the Dazzlings, so I'm gonna put her in the hero tier. Next up is Octavia. Let's go ahead and put her in the 20% cool. She's literally the best pony. She was willing to be the teacher, but when she realizes that being a teacher means that she won't have time for music, she literally drops it and just goes back to being a musician. But you can tell that she has a lot of passion when it comes to teaching the kids. So, yeah, that shows how much how dedicated she will be if she decides to stay as a teacher. All right, next up is Soren. I'm gonna put him in the best pony. He's literally, just basic. I'd say basic. I would say. You know what? Yeah, I'm just gonna keep him basic. I'm gonna keep him 20% cool. He's just, very loyal. He literally gave Rainbow a chance to clear her name when she was framed by Windrider, so literally just the best second in command of the Wonderbolts overall. Alright, next up is Fancy Pants. I'm gonna put him in the average, mainly because I don't see any special characteristics about him besides the fact that he was some people in the community think of him as like Rarity's love interest, but I don't see it that way. I don't know. I don't see it that way. Anyways, I don't know. I don't know. I'm just gonna put Fancy Pants in the average tier, plain and simple. Hoity-toity. I'm just gonna put him in average, mainly because I don't know. I know he's just like a fashionista and stuff, but I don't know. I think I'm just gonna put him in the hero tier, mainly because in the hero tier, mainly because he's just I don't know. He's just I guess you could say he was a piece of shit. I don't know. Just plain and simple, but he has some good characteristics, if you mind me. Good characteristics. So, and he's just a nice pony. He's not like very despicable or not cool, unlike Sprout or Naysay or T-Rex. He's a pretty nice pony overall. He's just doing his job, plain and simple. Next up is Marble Pie. I'm just gonna put her. I would say either average or 20% cool. I'm gonna put her in 20% cool. She is Pinkie Pie's sister. Pretty nice overall, so I'm gonna put her in 20% cool. Next up is Marble. I'm gonna put her in the hero tier. She literally goes out of her way to sacrifice a gift that she got from Pinkie just to get Pinkie's party cannon back. And she literally saved Pinkie from one of those falling rocks when she first visited Ponyville. showing that she is willing to move mountains just to protect Pinky. And that shows how much Maud is a protective older sister. Next up is Yana. I'm gonna put her in the 20% cool. She's pretty nice. Overall, just pretty cool. Really nice pony, or really nice yak overall. And the same goes for Sandbar. Really nice earth pony. You know what? I'm gonna put him in the hero tier. He literally, along with the Cutie Mark Crusaders, um, saved his friends from being trapped and sent back to their homes when Cozy Glow was taken over to school and tries to take all the magic from Equestria. So you can just say it that way. Next up is Ocellus. I'm gonna put her in the 20% cool. She's real nice. One of the first changelings to be in the School of Friendship. She's really nice. I think I already said nice twice already. So overall, she just has that Fluttershy personality, if you know what I mean, and kind of resembles the element of kindness. Next up is Gallus. I'm gonna put him a tier, 2 tiers above, like a tier above. Yeah, I'm gonna put him in the 20% cool. He's really nice. He would later join the Royal Guards and becomes Twilight's one of Twilight's Royal Guards, our first Hippogriff, our first Griffin Royal Guard. So that shows you like how much Gallus is a really good pony. Next up is Smolder. I'm gonna put her in the hero tier. She defends Spike all the time, especially when she tells Garble to be a better dragon and stops picking on Spike, and he did just that. So yes, I think I would say Smolder is the best pony. Next up is Babseed. She was a bully at first, but she was just being picked on in Manhattan, so I'm gonna put her in the 20% cool. She would later side with her cousin and their friends. It became a Cutie Mark Crusader in Manhattan until she got her Cutie Mark, which is a pair of scissors at cutting hair. So yeah, you could say that she deserves it. 20% cool. Granny Smith, not much. 20% cool. She's just a nice granny overall. Next up is Thorax. I'm gonna put him in the 20% cool. He saved Spike from falling off the icy cliff in the Crystal Empire. Literally stood up against Chrysalis when they were freeing the changelings from her. And it would later saved Starlight and Trixie from the monster that was terrorizing the hive, and then it would eventually join the final battle against the Legion of Doom. This shows how much of a good changeling he is. All right, Silver Spoon. I'm gonna put her a tier above Diamond Tiara because I know she was a bully, but she's got a much more better redemption. She would later become a better friend. She realizes that bullying isn't the way and just decides that, maybe Diamond Tiara isn't the best type of pony until she realizes that Diamond Tiara has now changed. So she deserves it in the 20% cool. Snips. Alright, Snips. Snails. I'm going to put him in the 20% cool. He would later join the Buckball team, become the Buckball team's first unicorn colt. So yeah, he deserves in the 20% cool. Mainly because he's just the best pony overall. Alright, Featherweight. I'm going to put him in the 20% cool. He has a nice unicorn colt. Very nice. Just overall a cool pony overall. Stygian. I'm going to put him in the hero complex. Before he became a villain, he was somewhat of a hero. He would later join, I think he would later join the final battle in season 9 against the Legion of Doom. So that shows how much of he would literally go out of his way just to participate in the final battle to stop the villains. Next up is Pipsqueak. He would later, I think he would be in 20% cool. He's always there for the Cutie Mark Crusaders, even though he isn't. He's there. Pretty nice pony overall. I think he deserves in the 20% cool. Next up is the Pound and Pumpkin. 20% cool. They're the babies. Can you really blame them? Next up is Rumble. I'm gonna put him in the average, mainly because I don't know. It feels like he's just somewhat of a spoiled brat when he didn't want to get a cutie mark. I understand he had a redemption later, but he was a spoiled brat when he doesn't want to get a cutie mark until he was told by his brother that just because you will be stuck with a cutie mark that makes you want to do your favorite talent doesn't mean you can't do other things like cooking. And sure enough, he was later getting good at cooking, so yeah. Alright, Snips, I'm gonna put him a tier. I'm gonna put him in average. He was just trying to get money, trying to be famous and stuff, so he deserves in the average tier. And finally, Berry Twist. She's going in the average tier. She was once a friend of Apple Bloom and would eventually get her cutie mark in season 1, so we haven't seen the rest of her story maybe in some episodes of the other seasons, but I don't know. We haven't seen her fully. And yeah, there we go. We have all the... So yeah, there we go. We have all the characters listed from G4 to G5. So yeah, we have all the My Little Pony characters from G4 and G5 all ranked from Best Pony to Despicable. And wow, that was like a really cool tier list. And I think this is, wow. Just wow in general. I think this is pretty fun, just explaining each of these characters' backstories and how they were. It just makes me feel like makes me feel like, doing stuff that involves My Little Pony related is pretty fun. Especially doing tier lists like this. This is pretty fun. And I think it's pretty cool. I think I really like this. Anyways, if you guys want to rank... Anyways, if you guys do enjoy this video, leave a like, as well as also, let me know what kind of videos that you want to see from me on this channel. And also, make sure to subscribe so you can get the latest notifications. Anyways, I'll see you guys next time. I gotta go spin.